Crimson Sentinels are an ancient and laudable successor chapter created during the Second Founding, shortly after the events of the Horus Heresy, from the lineage of the noble Blood Angels. Like all successor chapters created from the gene stock of the angelic Primarch Sanguinius, the Crimson Sentinels are also greatly affected by the effects of the twin genetic curses of the Blood Angels' inherited flaw. Although, unlike most of their fellow chapters of the host, they are more affected by the vampiric craving for blood, known as the Red Thirst, than they are by the ravages of the Black Rage. The Crimson Sentinels are known to suffer from the second flaw at much reduced rate compared to the Blood Angels or their other successor chapters. The reason for this is unknown. However, many of their detractors whisper that perhaps the chapter has bought its boon through malefic means. Like their progenitors, the Crimson Sentinels are the living incarnation of the Red Angel's wrath upon those who reject the Emperor. The coming of these scions of Sanguinius harkens nothing less than apocalyptic judgment against the guilty, delivered in the form of righteous fervor that is difficult to rein in once unleashed. Imperial records recovered from the Crimson Sentinels' archives in the Citadel of Illumination date back to 021 M31, when the chapter was founded from the Blood Angels Legion's 105th Valor Company on the orders of the sole survivor of the original Sanguinary Guard, Askelion. The newly created chapter went on and claimed the M-Ground sector as their demesne, with the death world Dermanus Primus as their chapter's homeworld. Here they built their defences between the Eye of Terror and Holy Terra, close to the key world of Armageddon and its sector. The first chapter master of the Crimson Sentinels, Tiberius Demicon, the captain of the 105th Company, sought to protect the Astronomicon and secure a point close enough to it in order to aid Holy Terror when it requires the chapter's aid the most. In 401 M33, following the defeat of the alien cyborgs known as the Cacodaemines by the zealous Black Templars during the epic conclusion of the Catalexis heresy, the death scream of this vile Xenos menace echoed and amplified throughout the Immaterium, burning out the minds of billions of astropaths and distorting the glowing beacon of the Astronomicon. This tragic event would come to be known in Imperial annals as the Howling. The Crimson Sentinels were hit hard during this event, causing most of chapter's astropaths to die and lose most of the chapter's strength and fleet. The chapter immediately took action to prevent such an event from happening again. Chapter Master Tiberius made the decision to have the librarians search and train more potential Space Marine psyches within the Crimson Sentinels' ranks and to form the chapter's second company. These librarians were deployed along with the other companies, but they served the most important role of guiding the fleets as they took over the jobs of astropaths within the Crimson Sentinels chapter fleet. More information on the Crimson Sentinels' past is being discovered with each passing year. The chapter's homeworld is Dermanus Primus, otherwise known as Primus within the M-Ground sector. It is a volcanic death world similar to Nocturne. Its surface is covered in igneous rock and flows of lava. The human population of the world lives close to the poles where tectonic activity is far less pronounced, leading to a state where sparse plant life can exist. The chapter's fortress monastery, Citadel of Illumination, is located near the planet's equator, inside a small valley flanked by volcanoes. Dermanus Secundus, known as Secundus within the sector, was one of the many planets lost to the Age of Strife. The world was brought into compliance by the Blood Angels during the Great Crusade, and the planet was awarded to the chapter upon their founding. Since then, it has developed from a standard civilized world into a hive world, acting as a secondary source of recruits for the chapter. Dermanus Tertium is an agricultural world with rich fields of land for crops and stable climates for a somewhat peaceful life. It was given the name Haven for its peaceful lifestyle. The Festival of Glory is a grand tournament held by and overseen a company from the Crimson Sentinels chapter. During the festival, food and entertainment is provided to all the imperial citizens who come to join in on the festivities. The main event, however, is the Tournament of Valor, where Knights of Tertium duel for glory, and the strongest and most valorous are granted the honor of taking the Rites of Light to join the Emperor's warriors as an aspirant. The Rites of Light are a series of trials to train a young aspirant on becoming a neophyte within the chapter. The trials consist of several duels between other aspirants, a team effort to subdue a battle brother, and a genetic process to convert the aspirant into a space marine. Once the rites have been completed, the aspirant is given the rank of neophyte within the 10th Scout Company and the chapter. The Crimson Sentinels gene seed is almost identical or very similar to the original Blood Angels gene seed during the Heresy. Although they have their similarities, it has a lower chance to succumb to the Black Rage, unlike other Blood Angels or their successor chapters do. Why this is not well known, but due to this peculiarity, this is why the Crimson Sentinels have little to no death company in their ranks. However, all-consuming thirst for blood, known as the dreaded Red Thirst, is rather prominent within the ranks of the chapter. A special mutation found amongst the most powerful and notable members of the chapter are glowing halos that ring around their head, similar to that of saints. The mutation gained the name the Halos, and it gave off the same aura of an angelic halo of angels as written in ancient Old Earth fables. The members that are affected by this mutation the most are those who have somehow managed to escape the Black Rage's grasp, such as Brother Andreas, or who have shown the greatest psychic potential, such as Brother Oswald. The halos themselves do not cause any physical or problematic issues, as they seem to be just a cosmetic mutation, if anything. However, in rare circumstances, the halo can become radiant with incandescent holy light, able to blind demons or chaos worshippers in their brilliance. The Crimson Sentinels follow the same fast assault and never-relenting force of their parent chapter, the Blood Angels, are known for. Due to the red thirst that all scions of Sanguinius suffer, with it being especially prevalent within the Crimson Sentinels, their third company is known for savage and brutal fighting on the battlefield that rivals the Flesh Tearers. Due to the third company's brutal and ruthless nature, the Crimson Sentinels prefer to make fast and decisive attacks that either counter the enemy's force deployment or exploit a major weakness of theirs. The Crimson Sentinels, like most other chapters, do not see the Emperor as a god of the Imperium, but they see the light he gives to be that of divine blessing. The illuminated cult and their illuminated truth originates from the Crimson Sentinels themselves, and they do not spread this as a religion to rival the Imperial cult, but it was practiced by the population of the Emgrand sector. Psykers who follow this faith are shown to give off unnatural halos of light, and most of these Psykers are taken to the Crimson Sentinels for recruitment to serve within the second company of the chapter, though not many make it through the process. The Illuminated Truth is the main religious doctrine of the Crimson Sentinels and the Illuminated Cult. The basis behind the religion is that they view the Emperor of Mankind not as a god, but as a man. Albeit, they do recognize the Emperor having godlike powers and will wholeheartedly spread the idea of the Emperor being divine. But he still is a man. Due to this belief, the Crimson Sentinels consider the ecclesiarchy as moths, trying to understand why they are drawn to the Emperor's divine light. They hope to spread this belief as far as they can, so the masses of the Imperium aren't lost in their ignorance.